Hi Willow class, it's Monday morning. Sounds like you had a brilliant week last week doing all that topic work. Today what we're going to do is we're going to ease our way back into trying to do some maths and literacy. So I'm going to take it nice and slow and just do what you can. And if you need to pause me, that's absolutely fine, of course. And if you need to grab a piece of paper or a pen, you might find that quite useful. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start with a question. And then I'm going to show you how I would answer it, a bit like we do in class. And then I'm going to point you in the direction of some work in your Power Maths books. And we're looking at Power Maths 3B today. And it's all sort of, we were doing multiplication, if you remember, just before Easter. And this is all to do with sort of the next topic, which is division, sharing. Okay. So on the screen, what you can see is two farmers with their dogs and lots of sheep. And the question this morning is, the sheep are shared equally between the two farmers. How many sheep does each farmer have? And then question B, the sheep are divided equally between the pens. How many sheep are in each pen? A pen is the enclosure that farmers use to put their animals in. And you can see at the back here that there are 4 pens. Okay, so as I said, if you need to pause me at any point, please do. So what I'm going to talk you through now is how I would answer that question. Okay, now I know that it's near on impossible for you guys to count all these sheep, so I'm going to let you on to a bit of a, I'm going to tell you how many sheep there are. There are 48 sheep. Okay, so there are 48 sheep and there are 2 farmers. And what I thought you could look at today is using the part-whole model, the part-whole model. Do you remember I always call it the cherry model just because I love cherries so much and it reminds me of cherries. Anyway, as you can see on the screen, you can see that cherry model. And the I've got to stop saying cherries. I'm now thinking, my brain is thinking about cherries. I need to keep calling it the part-whole model, sorry. The part-whole model is good because what it does is it allows you to partition the numbers, okay? And remember, we've used it before when we were adding, when we were even taking away, and when we were multiplying. So what we're going to use for division is we're going to do exactly the same thing. So you put the total number in the top, which in this case is 48, because the 48 represents the number of sheep. And then you're going to partition it into tens and ones. Now, I know you don't have the Dean's equipment at home. I don't have it either. But I just thought I'd show you it on the screen because it really is quite a nice kind of visual representation of what the 4 tens, the 40 looks like, and then the 8 ones. Now, then what you do with division is you divide the tens and then you divide the ones. And we're going to divide the tens first. So 4 tens divided by 2. The 2, remember, is representing the farmers, is 2 tens. And another way of saying that, of course, is 40. Instead of saying 4 tens, you can say 40. 40 divided by 2 equals 20. And over on the right here, hopefully you can see by this girl with the speech bubble, you can see quite clearly how she's done that. She's used that Dean's equipment just to represent it. So that's our tens, and now we need to look at the ones, and we've got 8 ones, okay? And we still need to divide the ones by the 2 farmers. So 8 ones divided by 2, the 2 farmers, is 4 ones. So they each get 4 ones. So overall, what you're seeing is that each farmer is going to get 2 tens and 4 ones, okay? 2 tens and 4 ones. And what that gives you, of course, is 20 plus 4, which is 24. So if you were writing that as a mathematical statement, you could then say 48 divided by 2 equals 24. So each farmer has 24 sheep. Okay? Now, as I said, if you need to stop me at any point, please do, because I know you might not have, well, we haven't touched on this for a while, so you might want to just sort of stop and go back and just recap. It's entirely up to you. Now, the second part of the question was the sheep are divided equally between the pens, the enclosures, and how many sheep are in each pen, okay? So each farmer, we now know, has 24 sheep, and they each have 2 pens because there were 4 pens altogether, so they each have 2. And you need to then say to yourself, what is 24 divided by or shared between 2? And of course, the answer is 12. And this is where sort of, your multiplication knowledge is really going to come to the fore. And you'll be able to draw on that lots over the next few weeks. Because, of course, if you know 2 times 12 is 24, you'll know 24 divided by 2 equals 12. So if you were saying that as a full sentence, you'd say there are 12 sheep in each pen. Okay? Now, I'm just going to go through another question that's very, very similar. And then I'm going to point you in the direction of some questions in the Power Maths, okay? So this says think together. And it says Lexi has 39 carrots. She shares the carrots between 3 horses. And you can see on the screen all these lovely crunchy carrots and these 3 horses. And the question is, how many carrots does each horse get? Okay? Now, if you remember, we're going to try and use our part-whole model. I managed to say it correctly. I didn't say cherry. And the first thing we do is we draw that part-whole model. So we know we've got 39 carrots because they've told us. And so we put our 39 in the top and then we partition it. Okay, so 39 partitioned is 30, your 3 tens, and then your 9 ones. Okay, and I would do that first. And then we just need to kind of fill in the mathematical statements, if you like. Okay, so we're going to divide the tens first. And it says 3 tens, okay, divided by 3. Okay, so if you've got 3 tens and you're going to divide them by 3, you're going to share them by 3, then how many tens are they each going to get? And of course, they're going to get 1 10. Okay, and if you need to, you can go back over to where our Dean's little picture is, and you can imagine giving 1 10 to the first horse, the next 10 to the second horse, and the next 10 to the third horse. So then we can then fill in this bit where it says 30 divided by 3 is, of course, 10. Okay, and I'm trying really hard to be really neat and trying to get my numbers in the box. And then we've done the tens, so now we look at the ones. We're looking at this 9 over here. So 9 ones divided by 3. And again, you can imagine sharing these deans, these 1 deans over here, between the 3 horses. Okay? And 9 ones divided by 3 is 3 ones. So 9 divided by 3. Oh, that's a bit of a funny 3, but we'll leave it as it is. 9 divided by 3 equals 3. And then the last step is you need to add your answers together. The answers from dividing your tens and the answers from dividing your ones. So we need to add 10 plus 3. And we get 13. So 39 divided by 3 is 13. I'm smiling because I'm trying really hard to keep my numbers in the box and I'm struggling. I'm almost sure you can do a better job than me. So each horse gets 13 carrots. Okay, Willow class. So I hope that makes sense. What I'd quite like you to do today is to try and have a go at a few questions. As I said, we're using our 3B maths book today. And if you turn to page 27, on page 27, they've got some example questions. The first one's using apples and baskets. And then if you turn over onto page 28, they've also got some of the part whole representations using deans and then counters. So have a go at those 2 pages. If you do want a bit of a challenge, page 29, question 4 and 5 and the reflect, slightly trickier. You're going to have to really think about the sort of the known facts and see if you can apply it. Have a go if you want to, but otherwise just stick to page 27 and 28. Okay, Willow class, good luck, enjoy, and I'll speak to you later. Take care. Bye.